Hello, hello. We are live. Let's see if our wonderful guest is available to join. Wait. Should really have some intro music as I do this stuff. Don't think he's on yet. Hi. Hey, Narendra. Narendra, are you still in town or what? What's going on? You're still in New York and just like avoiding me? Hey, Jennifer. Today we are talking to Wayne McElroy, who is an amazing gaffer and filmmaker who works with me very often. We've been working together since, I want to say 2009. So, Jennifer, congrats on the news that's breaking. People are like emailing me about it, the Deadline article. So, pretty great. Here, I'm just gonna give our guest, a little bump. See if he's available. All right, so he should be joining soon. He just got off the phone with me. How's everyone's Friday going? Oh, geez. Oh, let me get my coffee. Coffee time. So I don't know about you guys, but I have to have my 3 o'clock coffee because I am definitely a caffeine addict. It's just a slump, man. I hit that slump at 3 o'clock. It is so bad. I gotta get my espresso on. Little puck. I have this machine. I've had it for, I want to say 8 years now, since 2016. So it's been amazing that I can still use this machine. Yeah. I'm a little bit of a barista. But I'm not a coffee snob. I'll drink. Yeah. All right. So we should have Wayne joining soon. Let's see if he can. There he is. Oh, you were outside today. All right. I'm going outside.
Oh, you
Let's get
outside?
on. Let's do this. I'll catch you outside. Hold
You
on.
outside?
You're outside. I'm outside. This, my buddy Lawrence. We sometimes we catch each other with our shirts off when
Okay.
we're.
I'm
So
not
then,
going
like,
there.
if someone has their shirt off, we have to copy the other. No, we don't have to go there. We don't have to go there. All right, let me grab my coffee here. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Did you have your run?
Yes, man. I got a race tomorrow, so
You had a
I went
run
out and did
already
my warm up with one of my friends.
with one of your friends.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Nice.
yes.
And
So
how important do you find your physical well-being to your job?
I think it's extremely important, mostly for for my job as well as like essentially to my life, like at home with my family as well.
Yeah.
Like like you know how it is, like when you're like out of shape, gaining weight, all the things, and
Oh, we got Walter Mack on here. What's up?
you just not you just don't feel like confident. You don't feel good,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
So and it's weird because I'm a big guy,
You're tall.
so
You're
yeah,
a tall guy, and
yeah. So
you're built big.
yeah, so people don't really see that like I could not be in a good place, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, for those of you joining, this is Wayne McElroy, or McElroy to those that don't know him. Uh, he has been working with me as a freelancer way back in the days, since 2009, I want to say, until I started Shoebox Productions. And you have been such an amazing partner to me with to help me grow my own company, and I'm sure like it's been vice versa
Hmm.
in some respect. So I just want to dive into it a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit about, give us your name, where you're calling us from, and then what do you do?
Well, as you all know, my name is Wayne McElroy. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm a gaffer. My company provides lighting for movies and commercials, and interviews as well as music videos.
Right, right. And your company moving on up films, right? When did you get started with that company?
Uh, I think I got started with that company in like 2009,
Okay.
2010. I moved to New York City from St. Louis
Hmm.
in 2007. Like I remember it was October 2007,
Right.
and I did not know that the journey was going to be filmed.
Yeah.
You know, like I moved here and I thought that I was going to like come up here just to like and like just continue to like bartend or like work in like restaurants and stuff.
So you
But
were in the food service industry before?
I worked. I wouldn't say I was in a food service industry. It's like
Yeah.
that's what I did to get money.
Yeah. Right, right. Yeah.
So,
And then like what was the that sort of tipping point for you to be like, all right, this could be a job. This could be maybe not a career yet, but this could be a job where I can make some money or something like that. I got a skill set for this.
well, what happened? I was like walking around the city, going to like different like restaurants and bars, trying to get like a job, right?
Right.
And no one would hire me at all. You know, like people say they'll say like ridiculous things to me. And my friend at the time, my friend, he told me that he could give me a job as a studio manager. And like as I was walking around, everything I saw outside at nighttime was people shooting. I'll be like walking, like to put in an application, and then I'll see like a big production, big union set, like shooting on the street. So like
Mm,
like it piqued my interest, but like it wasn't really my thing.
right.
Like
Right.
my brother did film back home, but like it wasn't like my thing. So
Oh, okay. So he was doing that before you got into it. Your
my
brother.
my no, not me and my brother.
Yeah.
My brother was doing it, and I would end up being like a person playing a role in the movie or like a short film.
Okay, I got it.
So
You
like
got roped in.
completely, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got roped in, and it was fun, but it really wasn't my thing. Like I wasn't like, like, thinking I was going to be in film.
Mm, mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Is there anything you feel like was the one piece of advice that you would give to someone who like maybe you 20 years ago kind of thing? Like is there something that you wish you could have told yourself coming into the industry?
Mm, that's an interesting question. It's like I feel like the world has changed so much.
True.
Like
Yeah.
essentially New York City in general, right?
Hmm.
So it's like and like and we in this the industry has been exposed for like so much like um just taking advantage of people in general, but like just like for this business I would say just like surround yourself with good people, you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
and like work with people that you like, and but at the same time as you got to take chances, like you got to take chances in a sense of um, like chances I took with you. Like I always tell people that like I used to work with John back in the day of like the $100 days.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
The
The
hundred
hundred
dollar
dollar.
days, and like $100 days in New York City are usually between like December and March.
Right. Right.
Like
Yeah.
where it's like super cold outside and you're outside and you're working late at night. So like you take chances with people
Mhm.
and see if you could build something with them. You know?
That's so true. That's so true. Yeah, those $100 days. Yeah, there was days where I was working purely for the sake of expanding my network, hoping
Yes.
that like the fellow PA I had next to me, or like the biggest thing, like starting out as a PA, it was just like getting good with the coordinator or the production manager or line producer. Like you got to be within eyesight on set at all times. Don't be in the car like reading your book. Don't be
Hmm.
like listening to a podcast in the corner somewhere. Like be on set, be within eyesight of and be helpful right on set. Whether it's like grabbing ice or whatever, just be that go-to person. And I feel like that was my way in. It was just like I wanted them to know like I wasn't there for the money so much as like I needed to expand my network. I needed to just get some flight time.
And think
Um,
about it, and it's still like that today. Like in the
yes,
sense of like even me, like working on sets that like are not like essentially my set. Like I'm a
right.
gaffer,
You're not the
you know.
gaffer.
So
Uh,
so so like me working on like my friends' jobs where I'm not the gaffer. I'm not the one, you
yeah,
know. And like going through their sets and like seeing people that I haven't seen in like 5-10 years,
right,
and
right.
like because you find yourself getting into like a like a circle of like like this working in your little small box,
Yes, yeah,
and every
yeah,
once in a while it's good to get outside of your
yeah,
box, you know
yeah.
so
You find, yeah, I mean, like technology has made it easier to own some lights, a couple lights too. Even though I have, my Asteras, some C stands and stuff like that. But it's just like, do you feel like that has leveled the playing field a little bit for you, or not really? Because you still come with the full package. Like, what would you say gives you your edge? Not to give away your secrets. It's just like here's the thing, man. I'm all about giving away advice and stuff because I know I got plenty, right? I also have the contacts to get the jobs. Like you still have to work. Like just
still
because
got to
you
work.
have the knowledge does not necessarily mean you have the skills to do it. So that's what I feel like is something that people get confused. But for me, I'm like, it's that relationship with you. Like, what's that edge? What's that thing that you feel like you bring to the table that no one else could do?
Well, I think that like it's about relationships.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all about relationships, right?
Mhm.
And like what I noticed early on working in this business is that like everyone wanted to be a director, or they want to be a DP, or be a producer.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
mostly director and DP.
Yeah.
But the realization is that there's 100 other jobs. You know,
There's
and
yeah.
and all you gotta do is
Food
essentially choose
stylist.
one. You said
Yeah.
what?
Like a food stylist. Like
Yeah, like a food. There's so many
right.
jobs, and like working sometimes to certain people, working in G&E is not the sexy part of like the
Uh-huh.
business, but like for me, it really worked out. Doing the jobs that people do not want to do.
Mhm.
And like providing for the production, the things that they didn't want to have to take care of.
Right. Right.
Making things easy for production.
Yeah, it's like it's not the sexy thing to do, but it is like you need that sort of turnkey solution. You're gonna need lights on your shoot. It's like
Yes.
let's yeah.
You
So
know, you want
so yeah.
you need lights and you need sound. You want to, at least you want to shoot in the dark, and you want to have a silent film.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, can you tell me a little bit about sort of like maybe some of the directors or artists you've worked with that you look up to and maybe like gave you your break? I kind of want to know like a little bit about that, like some of the historical big kind of things that you like to work on and that you would want to work.
I mean, I've worked with some people that have some names, and like those things are cool. But I think that like like the people that you work with, like for like long periods of time, like you, for instance.
Yeah.
those are the people that like I trip off of more,
Mm.
you know, like in a sense of like 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 I always say to myself that like I could do a big commercial and that's just gonna like get me something nice, you
Yeah.
know. But like all the small, all the like the multiple jobs and stuff, like doing like a job with someone once a month, twice a month. Those things actually pay your
Right.
bills, and
Right.
and like the things that I like, like the things of my career that I really trip off of is when I like my first break when my friend gave me a job as a stage manager. You know,
Mm. Mm.
like I look at him, like very fondly. You know,
Right.
like he gave me a job as a stage manager, but also he gave me, like he did the best thing for me when he actually fired me. You know,
Yeah.
like that was the best thing for me.
He
Like
trained you too, right? Like
yeah,
he tried you and all that. Yeah. Yeah.
it got me to where I was, but then like like when he let me go,
Uh-huh.
then it was like now like where like how high can you go? Like what can you do?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then I that's when I started to meet people like Pete Chapman, and I started to meet people like you,
Yeah.
and like I remember working with you, for instance, and I remember like when I first started working with you, I used to show up with gear in a car.
That's right. Yeah. 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 That's
Like
right.
I remember I had an Infinity I-30 with
Yeah. Holy smokes.
with Kinos
Oh,
and an Airy kit in there and C stands and
no.
sandbags.
Oh, I'm getting a flashback of seeing that car at Lincoln Center when we were.
Yes,
Oh my God.
yes, yes.
Right.
So like that's how
At
small you
that
were.
time, and at that time, I was like, "Yo, he's got gear." I was like, "Impressive." He brought like I remember we were like, "Oh man, we could use an Apple box." And you're like, "Yeah, I got one of those." And I was like, "Whoa." Like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
came like
yeah,
prepared. He had
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
That's
yes.
I
But
remember
but
that. Yeah.
but the big thing I looked at with you
Yeah.
was you were starting to get bigger. You
Uh-huh.
know, like you were starting to work on bigger things and actually get
Right.
clients. And I remember one of our first bigger jobs, right? It was in Montclair, New Jersey, and I think it
Oh,
was
that was
for and I think it was for Bank of America, and that was one of my first jobs that I did with a truck.
think of him. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like the main part is that like as you were getting bigger,
Uh-huh.
I wanted to grow essentially with you, and
That, that,
not me. And not let you grow, and then me like continue to be like right here,
that's right.
showing up in my car.
Right.
Like I needed to be in the point to where I was impressing you as well as impressing your
Right.
clients.
Yeah. You,
You know?
you invested in yourself. You
Yeah.
got the like that must be a hard moment for you, like where you're like, "Ooh, I need a loan or I need to put this on my credit card." I know, like I will pay it off. Like that's like putting faith in yourself that you will. I mean, you have like this business plan in your mind, but at the same time, it's also such a risk in film. It's just like I know, like someone's gonna rent this thing, and I will,
Yes.
you know.
And back then, I mean, it was like pretty much all hands on deck type of stuff, you know? It was like I remember I got the truck and I remember I still didn't have a lot of gear, you know?
Right, you had the truck.
I had what still had in my car. And
You're
I had
building
one
shelves in it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I had one hamper and like a few C
yeah.
stands. So I didn't want anyone to actually look inside the truck because it was empty. So, so I used to park
Show,
it. I used to park it to where
show
you couldn't see
business, guys.
inside.
You guys are getting the show and the
Yeah,
business from
yeah,
Wayne here.
yeah.
Moving on up. Moving on.
But yeah, but like we got the job done,
Yeah,
and from that job, it was kind of like almost like I used to look at work as like guerrilla warfare, like in the sense of like this job. I'll be able to get this, and then this job I'll be able to get that, and then every day my business got bigger. Every day my truck eventually had everything I needed.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and I continued to build and build and build. I used to look at things as like essentially one day at a time.
Yeah.
Like every day I would like buy like a Cardellini.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just go buy
Yeah.
one thing. You know, and then build the company. You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
You know, speaking of building the company, I feel like scaling is such a difficult thing. You and I get to, when we're on set, not only are we working on the shoot, but we're also kind of like talking shop about the business. Like, how do you scale up? How do you delegate? How do you hire good? There's all these business sort of, you're running a business side of when you incorporate. And I think like a lot of filmmakers don't get into film thinking that way, like, oh, I'm gonna incorporate and be a business, whatever, it's a tax thing, right?
Hmm.
But it's like, no, now you can, if you choose to, you can scale up. You can, put yourself in a position where you're managing people and not having to go to the day to day. Not that there's any uh, sometimes you got to jump in and do it because you're the only one who can't. Like that's me. Like I know there's the jobs that, if I had some budget, I could hire someone else. I would take almost no money or just the production fee or something like that, like a percentage, but or split the fee or something like that. But it's like an opportunity for me to train someone, or it's an opportunity for me to just at least buy back some of my time. Right? That's important to buy back your time so that you're running the business. I feel like you have a lot of interesting sort of anecdotes you've shared with me about like, how to manage the crew and stuff. Do you go through training in a very formal way, or is it just like on the job kind of set stuff and you say things and they better be taking notes, otherwise they let go. Like what's your system like?
You know something? It's funny you say that because like I wish that I was that kind of like like I wish I had that kind of like training type of situation. I feel like it was never I was never put through that kind of training, so therefore I probably don't know how to put someone through that kind of training. But at the same time is um like I look at it as like training on the job. Like like I'm we're around these people, the people that we work with that are essentially our friends. We're around them for 10, 12 hours a day, sometimes weeks at a
True.
time.
That's true.
Like who can drive your truck, who cannot drive your truck.
Ah,
You know, you
I know
know,
that.
you know who like can represent your business, and you know who cannot represent your business.
This is true. This is true. Right. Right.
So it's pretty much all about like like being aware of the people that you have around you at all times.
I love that. Man, that is, if anyone is taking anything away from this conversation, that is such a big part of it. People, like the people you hire are representing you, and you know, yeah, you have to be aware, like, does this person have not just the hard skills, but do they have the soft skills? Like, are they going to be talking on set all day versus, yes, they're helping us like, get the shoot done, but like, are they also like talking to the client for some
Yeah.
reason that they shouldn't be? They shouldn't be doing that.
Yes.
Like, they should
Yes.
be with, you know, so that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Um, so I usually like to do a rapid fire 20 questions to kind of wrap up our little call. But before I move on to that, do you have any projects or any things that you want to promote? Like, where can people find you? What's next on moving on up's list?
Um. Right now, I just finished my website. My website is movingonupfilms.lighting. So, like, I just finished my website, and that's like another thing that I want to talk about in the sense of like, like don't be afraid to change.
Mm,
Like everyone, like you think that like it used to be better, or we should be doing it like this, or we should be doing it like that. But like I've been like essentially like fighting doing a website for 18 years or 17 years, you know,
Right, right,
and like I never really like needed one or like wanted to do one,
right.
but
It's
like
all, yeah. Most of your
or in
work,
general, like sometimes you
yeah.
like you want things to like you want things to be perfect, you know, you always want things to be perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but like with this project of me doing a website, I didn't want like perfection to hold back progress. You know, so like I got something simple out there,
Yep.
and then I fine tuned it, and then you know maybe I'm going to fine tune it. You know, I'm sure I'm going to fine tune it again. You know, but like right now, like I'm just like pretty much like working on my website and like just trying to like figure out ways to like you know like get out there in other
Yeah.
ways than
Yeah.
rather than word of mouth. You
Right.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like someone needs a gaffer. They look. They can find you.
Yeah.
Someone needs lights. A lighting package. They can find you. Right.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got I got one more quick question, which is, do you work with student filmmakers, or not so much anymore? Like,
Um, I have not worked with student filmmakers in a while, but I'm looking to do more work with student filmmakers in the
mhm,
future. So yeah.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
just curious about that because, yeah, we had one of our first guests was Tings Chan, and I remember during the $100 days and stuff, he would, or just back in the day, he put in the work of working with student filmmakers, and then eventually they become writers or producers or directors, and so he was brought on to their projects. And a lot of times I feel like a gaffer is like such a key component to a DP's like Rolodex, or God, man, I really dated myself if I say that, contact list, because yeah, they need to know, they need to have a shorthand, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really key too.
Well, I mean, well, it's interesting. Like, like this is like also dating myself somewhat of like, as you get older,
Yeah,
you just it's just hard to have the time
yeah,
to like to be like essentially out in the streets, like working on like every little small project,
yeah.
like and like like I'm down, but like I also have two kids and like a family.
Hmm.
So as you get older, like you can help out with the young filmmakers
Yeah,
and like maybe if it's during the week.
yep.
Like it like you could be a part of it, but it's just hard sometimes on the weekend,
Mm,
you know?
mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's like important that maybe like you were saying, those months between December and March are usually the slowest times for
Yeah.
production. Like
Yeah.
Q1, they're waiting for like Q4 reports before they like put in the budgets together for Q1 when it comes to advertising or commercial stuff. They're still like casting for pilots when it comes to TV shows in pilot season and stuff like that. So yeah, it's like those times. If anyone needs to just work on a creative thing, those are the key sort of like creative times
Yeah.
to
Well,
go do something experimental or something. I like to say, is the juice worth the squeeze? Like is it going to be tough? Like, are we working outdoors in March in
yes,
New
yes,
York?
yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes,
No,
yes.
thank you.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like I just call it low budget season.
Yeah.
You're saying it nicely, but it's just low budget season.
Yeah.
Like when you go from December to March,
I
it's like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I said creative stuff, and you're like, no, you mean low budget.
hey, I'm here to keep it 100.
Keep it, keep it real.
Like it is still 2024 in New York City, and things are expensive.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I'm buying blueberries for my kids at $8 a pint. I'm like, what is this? This is robbery. I'm
Completely.
gonna,
Com-
yeah.
yes. Yeah. So
Um. All right. So here's some rapid fire questions. All right. Here we go. Um. What's your favorite color?
I'll say like more earthy colors like green and yellow.
All right. What's the favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Mm. I mean, I guess I'm gonna say um, I really like Jamaica, but when my wife and I got married, we went to Colombia, and we went to the Caribbean coast, and it's just like really nice out there.
Wow.
We really liked it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Caribbean stuff.
Or,
Yeah.
or
That's
or Puerto Rico.
Puerto
I like Puerto
Rico.
Rico.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I went for my honeymoon. Um, what is iPhone or Android?
I have fun.
All right. And then what is your favorite comfort food?
Ugh. I'm a sweet person, like comfort food. That's like really like getting it, like it's like your birthday party. I love a birthday cake, but you can't have a birthday cake as your comfort food,
No,
Like maybe some ice cream, and like
so
you you,
that's why
you
you're
live
running.
oh yes, yes, and I'm staying away from the ice cream. I'm staying away from ice cream though,
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
in like
but
an
do
hour,
but
I'm
you
just
like
ice cream from my.
you
You
like
saying?
ice cream. You're just saying you it's your kryptonite.
I love
Yeah,
ice cream, but I love cake.
cake.
Cake is cake is good. I'm a sweets
Yeah.
person, you know. I wish they didn't have little Debbie's in
Well,
bodegas.
that's my next question, which is what's your favorite crafty that you get on set? You know?
Ugh. You know something? It's always a special set when they got like a obscure candy bar there, and my
Look,
obscure candy bar is 100 grand.
dude,
The
you
candy
took
bar, 100 grand.
the words right out of my mouth. I almost just said 100 grand.
Yes,
That's a lot.
100 grand. I just did a job about a month and a half ago where they had 100 grand there, and I was just like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Right, right. Yeah. The obscure ones like Mr. Goodbar. You're like, ooh, I don't see those often. I'm gonna
Yeah,
eat it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or I'm gonna take more than I normally would take.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you know. So,
What is your favorite part? Like, what's the favorite time on set? Like, there's always like a moment on set. Like, what is there a favorite moment for you?
I kind of like the setup.
That
Like when you first get there and you're like getting the lay of the land, you're like, trying to make things look like, nice. And like I like the setup. The setup is awesome.
Yeah.
But, like I also like the breakdown.
Yeah.
Like,
Break.
it's like tomorrow I'm gonna go camping, right?
Yeah.
And I used to go camping with my wife all the time. And we used to always say, pack out better than you pack in, you know? So like you come, like how you pack, you got a lot less stuff, and because you've eaten a lot, and like things just look nicer going back in the truck
That's true. Right.
than when
Right.
they come off the truck. You got a lot more time, you got a lot more people helping you out.
Mm,
So I like that. I like that right
that's
there.
good. That's good. Um, what's something that you are always grateful for?
Mm. I'm always grateful for my family. You know, I'm always grateful for like the opportunity to like.
Weasel.
You say? You say
No,
what?
Code Jackal just said weasel.
Oh, Weasel. Ah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Coach Jacko. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? but but yeah, it's like I'm just always grateful for my family. I think about that all
Yeah.
the time. Like even just now, I went for a run in Prospect Park, and I was just like, I'm grateful to be able to like live here
Mm,
and be able to do this whenever I want. You
yeah.
know, and that's extremely special. You know,
Mm, mhm.
yeah.
That's good. Uh,
Freezing. Oh crap.
hello.
Yeah. Are you-
There we go. Sorry about that. Uh,
Did I freeze or did you freeze?
and I think I froze. I froze. I froze. My
Okay,
bad.
all right.
So, okay, back to the rapid fire questions. What's a book or a podcast that you recommend?
Mm. That right there is almost like it's it's kind of extremely like almost kind of personal. You know what I'm saying? Like in the sense of like
Like I'm looking in your private bedroom. Yeah.
yeah, like or like 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 when you're on set now, like if
Yeah.
you play music, like it's so personal.
Yeah.
Like someone's gonna say, "Who plays this?"
Right.
Like 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 you listen to this.
You know what I say? I'm just like, this is me, man. This is
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. And the thing was like me, I love, like I listen to like some generic, yuppie stuff. Also, I listen to like some business stuff.
Right.
Um, and you know, but like but like like if I was to say something like tell people about it, it'd be like kind of generic.
All right.
Like
I didn't ask for music. Tell me like your a podcast. Fine, a podcast.
podcast is it's like the hardest one.
Okay.
But like I listen to the basics. Like I like things with news or like no. There's this one podcast. I like to listen to like it's a music one with Rick Rubin. That's like that I like to
Uh,
listen to. I forgot the name of it.
all right. Rick
It's
Rubin.
called Broken Record. It's called Broken Record. I like to listen to Broken Record. Um, um, I like to listen to this other podcast called Reflect.
Yeah.
It's another one about music. Um, and what's the guy that wrote the book? That wrote the book. Damn, I forgot his name. There's a writer that's doing a lot of podcasts now. His name is anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, like I like to listen to things like that. But I like to listen to long form podcasts. I'm always in my truck working, and
Nice.
I like to
Yeah.
listen to things for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Um, a couple more easier sort of questions then, not so personal. Um, what is what's like okay, actually this one is kind of personal. What's like three of your favorite movies?
Hmm,
They don't
that's funny.
necessarily have to be in order of like best, but just like three movies
Okay,
on your watch list.
I'm gonna say three movies. I'm not because I wouldn't say they're my favorite, but I'm gonna say three movies just to like like put some energy out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
I love the movie Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. All right.
Um, Um, a movie that a weird movie that I've been thinking about lately. A weird movie. I've been thinking about lately is a movie called damn it, can't even think about it now. But is damn I can't even think of the name of it. It's damn it. All right,
All right.
sorry,
All right. That's all
but
right. That's all
all
right.
right, cool.
Well, boys in the Hood. That's a good one. What about here's a quick. What's like your favorite holiday?
Mm. I'm a family person, so my favorite holiday are like things with the family, So
Hmm.
like so like like things like Christmas,
Hmm.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I just like to have everyone around, and
Nice.
like see kids run around and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's my favorite holiday. Holidays when I'm around a bunch of family and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
What's like a favorite sort of time of day for you? Are you an early riser or are you like a night owl?
You know something? I'm kind of both, you know,
You
like in the
so you
sense
burn
of
you burning the candle at both ends.
my dad used to say it to me all the
Yeah.
time. My dad used to always said you're burning the candle at both ends when I was a young man,
Yeah.
But because like because here's how I can burn candles because I'm a nap taker, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like I'll take a nap in the middle of the day. So therefore I'm getting my sleep. It's just that like I'm getting it in different ways. I love to wake up early, but I can easily stay up late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now
What's
I'm more of an early person.
it's funny, we already talked about cake, but I was like, are you a cake or a pie person? That's one of the quick
Hmm.
that's one of my questions when it comes
Yeah.
to people.
You know something? I love apple pie. Apple pie with
Up.
some ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
It's dope. That's
Hello.
Thanksgiving right there.
What's your go-to sort of drink that you order at a bar?
Mm, that's interesting. Um, I would say an old fashioned drink.
Old fashioned. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Old
I'll
fashioned.
drink. I'll drink an old fashioned, but I'm more of a beer person, so I'll drink like an IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
What's one of your greatest fears?
Ooh, that right there is dark.
So personal. I know.
That's dark.
I know,
Greatest
but this
fears.
yeah, tell all of us. Tell all six of us watching live right now.
Uh, um, dark, dark. What's no,
Yeah.
not dark.
Yeah.
Just like things with my family. Those are greatest fears.
Right, right. Something
Or
bad.
like okay, for the business of film, like just um, like not you know people not calling you ever again.
Mm.
You know,
Mhm. Right.
that right there. Being like, oh crap.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
That's
a fear.
time to go switch it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that is definitely one of my greatest fears. Someone just recently asked me, "What are you doing in 20 years?" And I'm just like, God, I hope I'm not doing. I like what I
No,
do, but if I'm doing the
yeah,
same thing in 20 years, like I already changed a lot in 2 years. So I'm like, in
yes,
20 years, I don't even know. Yeah. So that
yeah,
kind of made me freak out a little bit that would I be in the same place in 20 years? I hope not.
yeah.
Yeah.
20 years. I mean, I have to not be here. Well, yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
here, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you
Because in
know,
20
yeah.
years, I'll be 50
Oh
and then
yeah.
I'll be, yeah.
Oh, you just had your 30th birthday party. I
That's
forgot.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
yeah, yeah.
right, that wraps it up for the rapid fire questions. Is there I think everyone I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation between me and Wayne. Hit him up with any questions you got. And please give us a share, give us a like if you enjoyed this. You can reach out to him. I dropped his website back in here. It's moving on up films.light,
No,
Light. What?
dot lighting.
Oh, dot lighting. Okay. All right,
Yes.
correction. Moving. I'm gonna put it in here. Moving on up films dot lighting. And then of course moving on up films LLC is also or did you change your Instagram
I
handle
changed
or what?
the Instagram handle.
Okay.
Well, I added an Instagram so I
Okay.
could have like a work Instagram and then a personal Instagram.
That's probably better. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no one wants to see my kids when I'm on,
All I got
and
is
my
my
set pictures.
kids. All I
Yeah,
got
I
is
got
my
my
kids on my
kids.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah. But oh man, all right. You know what's killing me is
What?
that fact that like I can't think of that
That
random movie.
movie?
It was a movie with Ethan Hawke where he was like when he was born they knew
Gattaca.
how long he was Gattaca.
Dude,
Yes.
that is one of my favorite freaking
It's
films.
one of my
Like
favorite movies too.
my favorite. It is the oh my god, you and I. Oh, that's another reason why I love you that way.
Yeah.
Like that to me is such a okay. Yeah, we got to talk about it. It's a pinnacle of filmmaking for me, for sci-fi, for just like such a human sort of when you talk about potential versus like
Yes.
yes, it's all
Grit.
about human potential. Grit.
Yes.
I never
Potential
saved
versus
anything
grit.
for the way back.
Yeah.
Oh man, that line kills
Yes,
me.
exactly, dude. I think about that all the time.
Oh my
You
god.
know, like the whole thing of like the reason why I beat you in this swimming is because you put all your work into getting out there,
Right.
and I knew that I could just make it back
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Oh,
on will.
yes.
Yeah,
Gattaca. Gattaca,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
But
Yeah.
one question that you didn't ask me
Huh.
is you didn't ask me what inspires me,
Oh shit.
And
Sorry. Yeah.
it's
No,
all
sorry.
good,
Go
man. It's
ahead.
all
Yeah.
good.
What
What
inspires you?
inspires me
Ethan Hawke.
is like small stuff.
All
Not
right.
Ethan Hawke, although I do like him. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
But what inspires me, and I was telling, and I'll tell people this all the time, somewhat, is that like when I drive into the city, I get like all hyped up, and like I've been here almost 20 years, but like every time I drive into the city, like as
Mm,
soon as I get on the bridge, like I see the city and I get kind of like hyped up.
yeah.
And like as soon as I touch down into the city, like we're working on set, so we're there early in the morning and stuff. You see like the halal people.
Hmm.
The halal people are like people that inspire me. They're
Hmm.
like pushing their carts down like Sixth Avenue and like like Fifth Avenue, and they're like going to a spot. I just like the people that are just grinding in the city and just working hard.
Right.
Those are the
Right.
people that inspire me, man. I really do like think about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That is so true. That is a great. That's so great. Yeah, that image of just seeing those people who wake up. You get to be a witness to those people who are waking up that early to grind it out for their families and for themselves too. Yeah, that's really
yeah,
inspiring.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seeing the city get started, seeing the city wake up, it's
Yeah.
like dope. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So that's what's
That's
up.
beautiful. All right. Well, with that imagery, thank you so much. Um, yeah, I'm grateful for your partnership on all the films we've done together and commercials. Guys, please hit up Wayne, show him some love, and thank you all for joining our Instagram Live. Peace.